was here, when I was working with Specialized, I was here in December and heard about the Four Rivers Bike Trail, and there were several of us said, we should do this ride. It was 3 days and 2 nights. I felt remarkably good. I was very surprised. I hadn't ridden back-to-back days. You know, for me, 100 miles in a day is a good ride. But to do it 3 days in a row, I wasn't sure. But I felt very, very good. Well, I mean, when I was working for Specialized, I rode a lot. And then since I retired at the end of December, I've been just riding my bike a lot. Since the 1st of January, I've ridden about 5,000 kilometers, so good base distance, and that was really the only training is just riding. I am 61 Korean. Although 60 in the United States doesn't sound nearly as old. I expected a great deal because I had read so much about it, and it was better than I had expected. The countryside was beautiful, but the trails, just everything about it was amazing. I will never see anything like that again, I don't think. It was the same. Well, the climbs were both the toughest and the most memorable. Day 2, we did a climb, and it was a good, tough, challenging climb, but we got to the top and could see we stopped up there and took some pictures. And then day 3, we had 2 very steep climbs, and we were feeling very good, so we attacked on those. And I'm a very old man, but I had the 6th fastest time ever on one of those climbs, so I was very proud of that. Yeah, I think they've done so much already. Obviously there's a few places where they're still working on it, but it's such a big project and it is in such great condition. I think they will just continue to finish those few places that are not yet perfect. But no, I mean, it's so much nicer than anything I've ever seen in the United States. I couldn't ask for more. For most of the ride, I rode a Specialized Roubaix, and then today I tried out the new Specialized Tarmac. So most of it in miles, 360 miles on the Roubaix, and today 75 miles on the Tarmac. I would like to come back next year. My wife loves to ride bikes also, and loves to travel. She couldn't come this time, and so I would like to come back, maybe the same time next year, just to go and see, because it's so beautiful, and she's never been to Korea, so I would like to come back next year and see some of those other trails. It's so unique. I'm going to go back to the States and tell the people that I ride with about it, because I just hope more and more people come and can experience it because it's so unique.
I would say that would be Howard, to be honest. It's kind of a spur of the moment, so it just happened. Howard was here and we had talked about it a little bit. I wanted to ride one day, but he really challenged me to ride all the days, and he wanted me to go. And after talking about it more, it's like, yeah, this is once in a lifetime opportunity to ride across Korea. So I had to take the chance, for sure. It's a beautiful country, for sure. I didn't know what to expect, but got to see everything from city life to agriculture to just mountains, the rivers where they start, where they stop, all the way to the port of Busan. It's a very diverse country. There's a lot of different aspects of the country that I didn't know about, and it was really cool to just see how it changes as we rode from day 1 to day 2 and then into day 3. just really cool. And meeting people along the way, and having some people help us figure out where to go, and just how friendly everybody was. I think that was really cool for sure. I think the riding path is a hidden gem for Korea. I think about just the infrastructure and the amount of investment that has been made in the bike path, and it really is quite amazing. Thinking about the United States, there really isn't anything I can think of that's like it. It's very unusual, and I really think that the cycling community and the cities and communities along the way, along the path, can really leverage that they're along the bike path, and they can bring more tourists and visitors to Korea. And I think it's a great opportunity to help grow the cycling community, and especially for people from outside of Korea to come and do this ride. It's a once in a lifetime experience, and it's something that I think a lot of people can do and accomplish. And I really think going forward, and for Specialized, of course, we should definitely try to leverage the path, and for others in the community to do the same thing. I just think the distance, I really wasn't training for that type of distance, and each day I rode the furthest I'd ever ridden. So the first day it was, I'm gonna have to do it in miles, I'm sorry, but it was like maybe 110 miles, which was the furthest I'd ever ridden. And then the next day it was 115, which was the furthest I've ever ridden. And then the third day it was 130 miles, which is definitely my farthest ride ever. So I think that was the biggest challenge, just not knowing if I can make it or not. Because I'd been riding a lot before the event, and I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not until Howard said, "Hey, come on, you have to do it." So I wasn't really sure, and wasn't exactly training for that type of distance. So I think that was probably the biggest unknown for me. I think the best thing is just the sense of accomplishment, and riding with Lee and riding with Howard was just an awesome experience. I'm glad I got to share it with both of them, and definitely having Lee along to guide us and help us along the way was, I think we'd still be lost somewhere without Lee, so can't say thank you enough for sure. Going to be sending out a communication to everybody back in Morgan Hill and Specialized, and just saying what a wonderful trail this is, and a wonderful experience that I think everybody needs to travel here. And I've already told other people that I will be back next summer, for sure, on my own dime, to come and ride again, because it was that much fun. I can't recommend it enough. Just my friends and family have already commented on, wow, I really wish I could do that, and I think there's a number of people that would love to come and ride this from not only the US, but other countries around the world. I think it's great. I think everybody, people that travel abroad, they have their real passport, right? And for me, I've been lucky enough to go to some places around the world, and sometimes I'll flip back to my passport and be like, oh wow, I remember that trip, and it brings back so many memories. And I really think the passport for the bike trail, it really symbolizes the same thing, where I can flip back and be like, oh yeah, I totally remember being there. That was day one. Oh, that was day two. That was a tough section. So I really think it'll bring back the same sort of memories for me when I look back through it.